Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a binder filling. It's going to be white flare. I have my ETB ready to go of all of my white flare Pokemon cards that have been organized into a specific fashion, that fashion being crazy my style. So yes, I'm insane, and I think I've already got one out of order. Here's my Reshiram, except it will be out of order because I think stuff has fallen a little bit forwards because I did start recording this video and some things went wrong, shall we say. So we're going to have maybe a little bit of stuff out of order. Anyway, not important. I've spent the better part of an hour organizing this so that I can get this video done because I really want these binders filled. Now, you might be able to tell this isn't a palms off gaming binder like I would normally use, but it is white. And seeing as this set is white flare, I wanted a white binder for it. So thank you to my lovely wife who purchased me this white binder. Apologies to the palms off crew and everybody else. Is not. We'll move on. Anyway. It has taken me the better part of an hour to organize these cards to fill in this binder. I'm not going to put anything special on this first page. We're going to get straight into filling because when you get down to it, boiled down, I believe this set with reverse holos, Pokeballs, Master Balls, full arts, black, white rares, everything that could possibly go into this set, there is approximately 408, 410 cards, something like that, right? Which is an insane number of cards. Now this binder should hold around about 420, I want to say, round about there. So fingers crossed I've done my maths right, and this binder will actually hold this entire set. Now, as you can see, half of this first page is just cards that have been turned around. All these cards that have been turned around, they're just energies. They are energies, so we have a placeholder for the Master Ball and a placeholder for the Pokeball. I will complete this set at some point. It's probably not going to happen anytime soon because this set is freaking ginormous, but I will be attempting to complete these sets: Pokeballs, Master Balls, Reverse Holos, Regulars, everything. Right, all of the art rares, all of everything. And I have got a few things in here that aren't sleeved up, so bear with me while I sleeve up the things that should be sleeved, and for whatever reason we just didn't sleeve them. That's gonna bug me forever. That's gonna bug me forever. You might notice some things have moved. Whimsicott's shifted over. I'm just gonna make this all Whimsicott's because it's gonna drive me a little crazy if I don't. I'm also hoping that my overhead is still recording because I don't have anybody here with me today to check that out for me. So if something goes wrong and this binder gets filled and my hand cam messes up, I'm gonna be slightly annoyed. But I might just refilm it and edit it all together, and I'm not that good at editing, but I might as well give it a go, right? Like, what's the hurt? Don't even have a reverse holo of Sawsbuck, which is just telling on one, how big this set is, and two, how many hits you actually get out of packs. There's a ridiculous number of hits in this set, so this is what our page will roughly look like. I think I'll try and get two Whimsicotts, stick them side by side, and then just chuck an energy either side of it so it looks schmick in there with the set and whatever. If you have the holo energies from Black Bolt and White Flare and you're not gonna do anything with them, if you could like kick them my way, that'd be sick. Just let me know. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know, and we'll try and work something out. Because honestly, sticking the reverse holo energies in with the EXs, schmick. Schmick. Right, I also am going to have a problem here because I've actually included the holo Tepig, this one that comes out of the poster collection, in with the Tepigs. So I think I'm going to have to stick that one off to the side, and I will stick it at the end of the binder with the other promos and whatnot. You know, whatnot. You get it. Because otherwise it's also going to be out of sequence with the rest of the binder, and that'll, you know, I'm a little nuts. Alright. Emboar again. We do not have the reverse holo for, but we do have the Pokeball. We do have the Pokeball. The problem with that is, the problem with me not getting the reverse holos for the set is that needs a sleeve, is that nobody really does reverse holos. Nobody really sells reverse holos. Like, you can get them on eBay, but like there's the fees and the postage and it's a lot, right? So I feel like getting the base set and getting the reverse holos out of all of the packs you open is a better way to do it than pulling all of the really cool stuff. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to pay $700 for a black white rare, but at least I know they're going to be out there somewhere. Whereas the reverse holos and the holo, like bulk, the bulk of the set, the bulk, that's the stuff that I want. That's the stuff that I want to sort. That's the stuff that I want to put into my binder. But I can't get it anyway. So again, if you're out there in YouTube land and TV land and whichever land you're from, and you have bulk or excess or whatever you want to call it of reverse holos and holos from this set, kick it my way. If you like, hit me up, we'll work something out. I really just want to finish this like base set holos and reverse holos and commons, but I need the actual stuff to finish the set with. Otherwise, there's really nothing I can do. And I think this set is cool in concept. I think it's just a bit of the execution. The execution of the set, maybe not as good as it probably could have been. I think it's just a bit too big for what it is. Don't get me wrong, it's cool. Again, that's the Holo Oshawott from the poster collection. We will stick him in at the back because he will go with the promos, otherwise, anyway. I think, again, it is a cool concept. It was the same with 151, the same with Terrastal. It's a very cool concept, I grant you that. However, there is some stuff going on in the Pokemon scene that is not good. For example, inflation of stuff that shouldn't be inflated, right? The Solosis that everybody's currently calling the Booger Mew, it's by the same artist as the Mew from Paldean Fates. That's great, it is. But is that card actually worth the 200 odd bucks that it is sitting at currently? No, of course it's not. And if you go out and pay that for it, it's very silly. Oh, but it's gonna stay there and it's gonna be no. No, it's not. It will eventually drop off because everybody will forget about it when the Charizard set comes, or the Gengar set, or the Rayquaza set. Or we have so much choice. We have so much choice in this hobby. And unfortunately, there are a few elements in the hobby that are ruining it for others by, I can't even remember the word for it, by inflating the price of stuff that shouldn't be inflated. At the end of the day, inflation bad. Inflation bad. Not just in Pokemon cards, in general. Inflation is terrible. Now, you may have noticed I'm a fair way through this binder and we're still only at the water types, and I've still got energies. That's a fairy energy, as it turns out. Rare. Anyway, you may be asking, Ben, how many energies do you have? I have a box. I have a box full of ETB packed energies, right? And it's not a small box, but it took me 5 sleeves worth of energies to be able to make placeholders for the entirety of this set. 5, which if you're counting along at home, it's 60 energies per one of those bundles. You do the math, 300 energies just to get me to a point where I can fill this binder and have placeholders for it. This one's probably going to take me a little while to complete. Because yeah, I've put down in my little spreadsheets how many cards I need for the entirety of this set. It's a lot. It is a lot of cards, including the Master Balls, including the reverse holos, including everything. It is a lot. gargantuan task, or a gargantula, or a galvantula even task. It's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge, but I'm a Pokemon card collector. It's what I do. I like collecting master sets. I'm trying not to get too caught up on master sets because I believe I mentioned it with our last opening of Black and White. Not 100% sure. Anyway, I have an idea coming. That is a Master Ball without a sleeve. Why have we not sleeved a Master Ball? I have an idea for something that I have coming for Pokemon's 30th anniversary that I want to do personally. I'm not sure how it's going to work out for me. Because it's not technically a master set, but it is a binder filling. Along with some other stuff that'll happen in the video when the video goes. But I've actually spent some time and pulled up a little, I've made myself a spreadsheet to lay out the binder on my phone so I can see it beforehand, know what it's going to look like, and hopefully make it so that the binder is something that I like looking back at and something that you guys will enjoy seeing me create, essentially. There will also be some Pokemon card opening. Anyway, it is a binder. It was for an older set. It will hopefully come out around about the 30th anniversary of the Pokemon franchise, which will be end of February next year. So yeah, it's still a while off, but this is how far in advance I'm pre-planning this thing because I want it to look pretty. I want it to be good. I want it to be something that, again, I can be proud of, that you guys like looking at, that is just cool for the sake of being cool. And yes, I know, I'm rambling a little bit. I don't have anybody to talk to today because my lovely wife is off doing her job. And my lovely son is at daycare, having a playful, wonderful time. And I'm stuck in the house because my leg's still broken. Yeah. And for anybody wondering on that front, by the by, I didn't break my leg. I had surgery on my knee to do a bunch of things, but essentially the way it boiled down and the way that the doctor, surgeon, whatever you want to call him, explained it to me is essentially they had to break my leg to reset it in a position where I'd be able to walk on it without pain for the next, I don't know, 40 or 50 years of my life. He then also recommended that if I went to see another doctor and got a second opinion and that doctor told me that I needed a knee replacement at 35, that I should report that doctor to the board of doctoring. I don't know. But basically, it would be a war crime to replace my knee at 35. So I opted to go with the doctor that seemed like he wanted to fix my shit a little bit, because that's definitely going to be better for me in the long run. Going to be about 3 to 4 months of pain for me before I'm actually back on my feet. So come roughly Christmas time, I should be better. But I don't know how well that's all going to turn out for me. I am doing what I can exercise-wise. I am following instructions. I am trying to rest as best as I can. However, random pains shooting through your leg at random hours of the day, it's not pleasant. And I would 10 out of 10, if you can avoid it, recommend not breaking your leg, or vice versa, not having to have your leg broken to fix things that are unavoidable, shall we say. This came about because of the life I've sort of led, the work that I do. It wasn't really something that was ever going to not eventuate, because I said from a very young age I didn't want to do an office job. I wanted something physical because I'd go stir crazy in an office. I'm regretting that a little bit. I am, to be fair. I'm regretting it a little bit, but all good things. It's just part of life. According to my surgeon, this is something that is fairly common, just not in somebody who doesn't like physically actively go and play a lot of sport. I'm a bit of a weird case, apparently. That is another Pokeball that doesn't have a sleeve. I told you I'd need a lot of sleeves for this one. I am glad I've got my sleeves here with me for this one. So yeah, that is my story. If you have had something awful happen to you, I'm very sorry about that. Let me know in the comments, because I do want to hear from you guys. I want to hear about what you want to see from me. I've flipped those up the wrong way. I want to hear about your life and your story, and I want this community to be a community. I want you to feel like you can come here and this is a safe space and you can talk about your Pokemon cards and you don't have to feel like your parents are going to take them away from you. And I have met a few people through work who have been told very specifically by their very parents that this is a stupid hobby and you're wasting your money and blah, 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 blah. I don't agree with that. The way I do it, yeah, it's a bit of a waste of money, okay? But a lot of people are just in it because they want to collect one specific Pokemon, and that's not a waste. And if you want to do your own thing with this hobby, if you want to collect frickin' Jolteons or Galvantulas or third option, that's great, and I support you, and you should come here and say, hey, I am who I am, and I don't want to have anybody tell me that I can't do what I want to do. Because frankly, people can suck it. Because it's not nice to be told that you can't do or you're not allowed to do the thing that you love doing, especially by somebody who is supposed to teach and guide and, you know, be a friend to you. Not 100%, you a parent, you got to be a mentor, you got to show some panache, right? You can tell I'm old. But people aren't nice about the hobby 100% of the time. Don't get me wrong, everybody I seem to talk to within the hobby or within my circle, very, very nice. But apparently that's because I'm a nice person and people find me approachable, which I don't get. But I am glad that people feel like they can talk to me. And I am glad when I turn somebody onto this hobby and or when they say to me, I have not ever because blah, 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 but my favorite Pokemon is yada, yada, yada. And I go, hey, I've got a lot of bulk. Here is some Pokemon cards for you. And they go, oh my God, I will pay you money. And I'll go, no, you won't. This is my bulk. I don't need it. And it is something nice for you to have, so you're having it now. Congratulations. You are my surrogate teenage child. And they go, thanks so much, Dad. And I go, that's weird. Don't call me Dad. I don't. I lean into it 100%. You can ask any of them. I'm sure somebody will pipe up in the comments and tell me that they call me Daddy, which is creepy, guys. Come on. It's creepy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Do it a little bit. Anyway, I'm really getting to a rambly point. We're actually almost at the end of this one, though. So this has only been 84 cards, which has somehow transformed and memorized itself into about 320 cards, something like that. Something stupid like that. Anyway, here we are at the end. We're getting down to it. I did pass the halfway in the dark type Pokemons. There is Tornadius. He's very unhappy. And then we get to, of course, the item cards, yay! Which there's only 3 of, because items do not come with a Master Ball. Because why would you put a Master Ball in for the item cards? That's just stupid. So I'm gonna leave this column empty and I will put in something in there so that we can see exactly what it is that we want for that particular eventuation. And I will do it on both sides with the opposite on whichever side. But we are coming down to the end of this one, thankfully, so we are about to get into the stuff that I am hoping you all rocked up for. And look at that, I'm already sitting on 20 minutes worth of footage. That's too much footage. All right, that is it. That is the entirety of the base set. Oh my God. Anyway, we're gonna move on now. Oh, and I'm flipping away energies. Got another one here, it's fine. I'm just gonna start randomly putting energies in. It's going to be in no particular order, because this way I will know this is where our awesome holos start. What are the chances that the next one is a fighting energy? Ah, no, it's another fire. That would have been cool though. Ah, there's the fire energy. Fire energy, there's the fighting energy. All right, 8 cards already. Number 9, number 10. These are all art rares. Number 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 art rares before we get to the first one that we've actually pulled. And it is a non-sleeved Lampent, which is annoying me. But there it is. Lampent, I hope you are not getting too much flare off that one. But yes, Lampent, the first one that we've pulled. So again, we're missing whatever is next, which will be my favorite, or my chase card from this set, the Chandelure. And then we hit a Heatmor. Very cool. Very cool Heatmor. Sticking his head in the freaking stump looking for Durants, I suppose, because he hates Durants. Which is just rude, Heatmor. It's just rude. But as you can see, there's this one is probably going to take me a while to complete. What with all of the art rares I'm missing. And yes, I will probably go back at some point and write on all of these cards what artwork I'm missing for this one. Oh, Zeb Striker. Oh, Joltik. Very cute. But yeah, this is going to be an endeavor. This is going to be a huge undertaking to completely fill and complete this set. And I'm willing to take on that challenge because I'm a little nuts. I'm actually a lot nuts. Anyway, pretend I didn't say that. Gothita. Probably I collect Eevee's favorite card that we pulled so far. Maybe the Woobat. She did like the Woobat. It is very pretty with its pastel coloring. There is a Frillish that won't go in. There is a Roggenrola that will go in. I don't mind that Roggenrola. It's pretty cute. And I do have a few extras that you won't have seen us pull from videos because I picked them up at the market the other day. Arcan and Archeops came from Slaw Collectibles, my favorite place to pick up singles, because basically he's the closest local card store that I've got, because he's literally like 5 minutes away from where I live. And if I didn't have him to get singles off, I would probably not be able to complete my master sets. I really like this Scraggy. He's got his little bundle of berries there. I think he's adorable. And a truck goes past. Anyway, again, this set, huge. We actually do have a fair few on this page though, so that is encouraging to see that we have a few on this page. Hopefully that trend keeps up, but we are getting down to the end of the art rares, and I'm not 100% sure it will keep up the way I would like it to. Anyway, we'll move right along and continue putting in what we have. Now again, we will get to a point with the full arts that you won't have seen us pull all of them, especially from this set. For whatever reason, I didn't have a lot of luck with this set. I Collect Eevee did, but she didn't pull a lot of the full arts. She pulled a fair amount of Pokeballs and art rares. There is the Lillipup. Lillipup! Very, very cute. Wants to go for a walk. Wants to go walkies. So cute. But the art rares, the full arts that you haven't seen us pull, are all from Slaw Collectibles, because I rocked up the other day to grab my box of Inferno X. and he had a binder of black and white sitting waiting, and I went, screw it, let's at least get all of the full arts because they're rather cool. And I say all of the full arts, I didn't get the trainers. I got the Pokemon and left the trainers behind because some of the trainers are too expensive. Anyway, that I feel like that looks very cool. I feel like if I'm gonna work on any page, it's gonna be this one, just to have a page complete at the end of this set. And now we are skipping over the very important special illustration rares. So there is the one I've pulled from this set, the Hydreigon, which is amazingly awesome. Here is one I picked up the other day that isn't in a palms off sleeve. This one from ME Collectibles. He does not use palms off sleeves. That is on him, good for him. I'm happy for him, but palms off sleeves got to go in. They fit a lot nicer anyway. Bouffalant going in, and then we get down to probably the coolest card that we've pulled from this set. The black-white rare Reshiram, which is not the only black-white rare from this set, but it is amazingly cool. And then we've got one extra card at the end. It is Victini, just because that's where Victini goes. And then we have all of actually 4 pages left over. So actually a little bit more than I thought we were gonna have left over at the end. So we'll flip to the next page. Actually, no, we won't. We'll stay on this page. And we will load up. Will we? What are we gonna do? Will we? No, we'll flip to the next page. We're gonna load up these energies because I can. Because they're awesome. I think honestly a 9-pocket binder would be better for the energies. But to get exactly what I want from a set, 12 pockets the way to go. And again, if anybody has reverse holo fighting energy, because I apparently only pulled one out of the entirety of all of my openings, anybody has a reverse holo fighting energy, hit me up in the comments, because I really need one. All right, I'm gonna put the last few cards in. The cool holo pattern for Oshawott and Tepig. We also have the Gothitelle from the 3-pack blister. And then this one that I'm not going to be able to get into, and I didn't bring scissors with me because of course I didn't. And now I'm just worried I'm going to destroy the card. Wait. Got it. All right, get rid of that. There is the Tornadus from the ETB promo. There is even a code card for you all. So if you came here and you wanted code cards and I haven't been giving out code cards, well, there's a code card for you. I'm gonna put some deck dividers in. Again, because I can. We also have art cards. This is the Garbodor art and sticker from the mini tin. One of the mini tins I managed to open. We have some other stuff in the box. There's a little bit of stuff in there. I'll stick it on the back page just to have what I normally like to do on the front page. Anyway, unimportant. Thank you so much for watching today. Look at all of my very pretty cards. Again, if you have bulk, if you have sparkly energies that you are willing to send my way or trade for stuff, hit me up, let me know. This has been a lot of fun to finally get this stuff into a binder. I hope you have had as much fun watching as I have had sitting and plotting. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Frostfall Phoenix. You have all, as always, been amazing. Check out our channel for more black-white content. There is Mega Evolutions content. There is so much content on our channel right now. Check it all out. 4,000 watch hour giveaway. It will go off as soon as we hit that 4,000 watch hour mark. Thank you again for watching today. Hit all the buttons. Good luck with your pulls, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.